Contrarians, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital recap for Tuesday, September 14th. First off, wanted to apologize in yesterday's video. I had some audio issues at the end, and it's something that I did not pick up on my headphones, so I'm not sure why that was, but hopefully that doesn't happen in this video. If it does, I apologize. If you notice some sloppy edits, that is definitely why. So let's dive right into the articles here. First off, we got Bitcoin bull Mike Novogratz compares crypto zealots to anti-vaxxers and says GameStop fans show the same conviction. Thought this was absolutely hilarious, and I'll show you guys why in a second here. It says that the Galaxy Digital boss at GameStop fans show a similar level of passion and commitment, and Novogratz disclosed that he shorts viral assets when they explode in popularity. As we've been stating time and time again, this dude right here is a billionaire. He's plugged in. He's part of the BBC, Billionaire Boys Club. All right. He's the one that is taking all of the retail traders' money, especially if you're impatient or you don't know what you're doing. It says that the billionaire investor and Galaxy Digital CEO spoke at the Barclays Financial Services Conference this week, and he remarked that if he questioned Cardano's roughly $80 billion market cap on Twitter, he would be inundated with thousands of attacks by the coin's supporters. He said it's like telling a Manchester United fan that Man U sucks or going to an Eagles game with the Giants jersey on, Novogratz said, according to a transcript on Santio. And it said that these ecosystems are unbelievably rabid, he continued. They're passionate. It's like an anti-vaxxer. You can't tell an anti-vaxxer they're wrong, right? They have personalized this stuff. And while I'm not going to get into all that stuff, but that was very ballsy of him to make that statement, considering that almost, definitely more than half the population are exactly that. So, with that being said, I thought it was hilarious that he was talking about Cardano and him questioning it, because he also said viral assets such as Cardano, Dogshit Coin, or GameStop and AMC shares don't make sense to rational investors. Keyword here, rational investors. So he's basically talking shit on Cardano, which is fine. Go ahead, do it. It's all good. Dogecoin, by all means, we've been talking mad shit on Dogecoin since this channel started, or even GameStop, as we know all the hedge funds were behind that pump. But what I thought was hilarious was that he said rational investors. Okay, rational investors. So let's go over here to this Grayscale article. Grayscale adds Cardano to its digital large cap fund. So his boy Barry Silbert, the gentleman behind Grayscale, obviously saw some value in Cardano. Can I talk today? So Novogratz is basically saying that if you're investing in Cardano, you're an irrational investor. Basically stating you're not that smart if you're investing in Cardano, which is why he's getting so much heat if he were to put it out on Twitter. Yet his boy Barry Silbert has added Cardano to the digital large cap fund. And I want to make sure they were boys, or at least cordial with each other. And so I found this tweet here back in March 27th. And this is Novogratz talking about the crypto community. He said, finally, GBTC, which is what's offered in the digital large cap fund for Grayscale. He said it provided a huge service to the crypto community and accelerated adoption. And we should thank Barry Silbert. Well, why don't you go tell Barry Silbert he's an idiot then, according to you, for investing in Cardano. Thought it was absolutely hilarious. He also said that GameStop is a crypto at this point, which we've talked about, because the pump and dump that we saw there was you were basically only seeing it in crypto at that stage. He said there's no link to its profitability. There is profitability, and Novogratz talks about shorting. He said that he cashes out his profits when there's a sell-off, and he said that the moment the community gets really big, he's going to short it. Well, that's exactly what happened with GameStop. It's just all the hedge funds were in on it, and they used the public mainstream media to entice everybody in, and then they utilized their cohorts like Robinhood. They prohibited the retail traders from buying. They could only sell, thus crashing the price for all the retail traders. I mean, let's be honest. How many professional traders are using Robinhood compared to any of the other platforms that are available? It's mainly college kids, people that aren't that well-rounded in investing, people that are very new to the space. So they basically shut all of those people out and crashed the price. They shorted exactly what Novogratz is talking about doing. When the community gets so big, you're going to short it. I love shorting because that's how I get longer in the stuff that I like, he said. So, Novogratz, you've officially joined the Tool Club. You were in there with Elon Musk and Mark Cuban now, after that stupid comment you made. Also, we got Kathy Wood, another person in the club. Kathy Wood predicts Bitcoin will surge to 500,000 in 5 years and says ARK Invest confidence in Ether has shot up dramatically. As I've stated in how many videos, basically all throughout the year, I said, wait for the big whales, wait for the big institutions, wait for the big mouthpieces, the big tools that are utilized by the mainstream media to start coming out and letting you know that Ether is a good idea so they can ramp up the public's perception of Ether so they can then get everybody on board as the price builds and builds. And they'll throw out a crazy Ether prediction like $100,000 when it's only going to go up to 20. Exactly what they did with Bitcoin, and they will dump all over the retail traders, but not you guys, not my contrarians, because you guys are in the know, and you already know that we do not own any Bitcoin. We do not own any Ether at this point, except for the stupid high transaction fees that we need to pay to move some of our other ERC20 tokens around. Other than that, you're going to get way better gains in other suppressed assets when things start going on and making new all-time highs like Ether and Bitcoin have done. In our opinion, the gains have been exhausted. Even if they do go up another 5 or 10x, you can still get 100x gains in these other lower market cap or mid-tier alts. Talking Dash, talking Bitcoin Cash. Just go look at the Grayscale portfolio. You can even mimic their portfolio, and I'm sure you'll do great. So, you got to ask yourselves these questions. Why is Kathy Wood not talking about how awesome XRP is, or XLM, or any of these other digital assets that actually have legitimate utility and use case? I do think Ether is a great project, as 80% of the currencies are built upon it, but I am in this to make a shitload of money and not just a measly 5 or 10x off my asset. On to the next story. We got House Democrats' plan would close tax loophole used by crypto investors. If you guys weren't aware of this, I'll break it down for you real quick. Basically what's happening is there's a tax loophole where, let's say you're invested in XLM, and XLM is trading at 60 cents and then it drops all the way down to 30 cents and now you've lost half your money. Well, what you can do then is sell at 30 cents at a loss of 50%. Put that on your tax form and then immediately buy back up your XLM, and you'd be able to count it as a loss still, even though you basically just entered back in at the same position. Because it's treated differently than regular securities, it's treated as a property. Those are the rules. And so the Democrats are planning to close that loophole for the crypto investors. And so put it in your ear right now. I mean, not financial advice, but take advantage of it while you can. If you want to, do your own research. But that is what's going on. It says the bill would impose wash sale rules on commodities, currencies, and digital assets, according to an outline issued by the House Ways and Means Committee. So this means that Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogshit Coin, and other popular crypto investments would be subject to anti-abuse rules, which apply to stocks, bonds, and other securities. So that was basically the breakdown of what this article said. So be aware of that. If you guys are using these loopholes, which you'd be stupid if you didn't, in my opinion, unless you're a long-term investor and you don't care about making these types of moves. Utilize it to your advantage while it's there, because guess what? I guarantee you the Novogratzes and the Silberts and all these other tool bags are doing the same exact thing. That's how they're getting away with it. That's why there's also other exchanges that are not KYC, i.e. KuCoin, so they can make all these crazy gains and kind of keep them off the books. So do your own research, not financial advice, but those are some of the things that I see going on in the markets, and that's how I see the billionaires and the big boys playing with these markets here. Next up, we got crypto firm wants Fed payment system access and banks are resisting. This won't give me the full article. I could go to an incognito window and probably read this whole thing, but I'll give you guys the gist of it. Cryptocurrency companies want to tap into the Federal Reserve payment systems that traditional banks use to move money around quickly, and the banks are pushing back. That's all you guys need to know, and I'm going to tell you why they're pushing back. It's because of R3. Let's not forget, R3 is an enterprise software company founded in 2015, headquartered in New York, founded by 9 banks: Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, HSBC, Barclays, ING, UBS, Credit Suisse, RBS, Royal Bank of Canada, and Wells Fargo. They've already chosen the currencies they're going to be utilizing. We've talked about this 17 million times already on this channel. You guys know what they are, the ISO coins, the ISO compliant coins. This has been in the works. The ISOs have been in the works since the year 2000. Go back and watch my XDC deep dives. They've already chosen to utilize XDC and XRP and others as their main liquidity tokens. They're not trying to have anybody else step in here and compete with their with the cryptocurrencies that they've already chosen. That's how the game works. This has been written in stone for quite a while now. They've known about this for a while now. I mean, 2015, 2000, like 7 years ago now, R3 was formed, the core to blockchain. And we know the ISO tokens are going to be utilized on that blockchain. So why would they want to give Fed payment system access to anybody else, any of these other crypto firms? There's no way they're going to do it. They already got what they got going on, and they're not going to let anybody in. The door has been shut unless it's somebody that they deem worthy. And I can guarantee you most of those crypto firms will not be. They already know what they're going to use. They've already been testing everything out. This is what's going on. Next up, I just thought this was funny. This was written a little while ago. This was back when Neil Kashkari from the Fed said that basically crypto was scam, fraudulent, et cetera, about 90% of the cryptos. I actually did agree with him on that because most of them are scams utilized to make more of the bigger cryptos, more of the larger cap cryptos. I'm talking like top 10, top 20. But I did think it was awesome that Republican Emmer pushed back and said crypto-based crimes represented only 0.34% of entire transaction volume in 2020. Unfortunately, most crime is still conducted with the cash you print. Awesome burn, awesome roast. Good for him. That's very, very true. So, talking about Zinfin, this is a little bit older of an article here, but as we talked about R3, core to blockchain, Zinfin XDC, that hit a new all-time high a couple weeks ago because they have all these epic partnerships going on. We talked about Andre Casterman selecting XDC to be utilized on the Trade Finance Initiative, amongst other things. And so the pressure just keeps building. This asset is up like 30,000% since the lows. It's a fairly new project, but it has been chosen as liquidity token on the core to blockchain. So if you guys have not done your research on XDC, highly recommend looking into it. Huge ties to the World Trade Organization amongst other entities. And that's where you guys need to be. Kathy Wood's not going to be telling you about Zinfin XDC, but we did in our newsletter way back when. I think my guys are up, over 100% since we started talking about it. We definitely did not catch the bottom. It did come to our attention at a later date, but you guys might as well sign up for it. We got the free version where we go over the daily briefs, and then we got the paid version where we have these gems like XDC, amongst others. So definitely check it out. You got nothing to lose. Link in the description below. Also want to mention we just opened up our Discord yesterday to the public. It's been private for a while, and now we're letting you guys in. So if you guys want to come join us there, we can talk crypto, conspiracies, and all that other good stuff. So, end of shameless plug. Let's go on to the next article here. We got Bitcoin uses more electricity than many countries. I saw this coming out again on September 14th. So today, this just came out. Look for this narrative to start getting touted again. I could anticipate, or I could possibly see, there's a good chance, a dip in Bitcoin here before we really take off. But I am not a wizard. I cannot predict the future. But when we start to see these articles come back out again, it definitely gets my attention here. So be mindful of that. There's a possibility we could be in a slight retrace here on Bitcoin. But like I said, it's anybody's guess if it's going to go up or down. I have no idea. I'm in it for the long haul, or at least for this cycle. Also wanted to note, side note, found out food prices. Crazy. They're going up. I was at the store yesterday. I was like, damn, these food prices are mad high compared to what I was used to paying. And you go and do a quick Google search for it, and this is hitting everybody. So if you are looking to hold on to your money and not lose value with your dollars, how they're hiding inflation, you guys need to be in crypto if you're not already. If you've been on the sidelines and you're wondering if you should get in or not, obviously do your research, dive into all of these projects, find the suppressed assets, go on Coin Paprika. They'll tell you which assets are significantly off the previous all-time high. Go find those. If you can't afford the newsletter, go find those. It'll definitely at least help you guys out a little bit to make educated decisions on what you guys want to invest in, because food prices, gas prices, all this stuff is going up. They're basically hiding inflation and basically all of our day-to-day needs. And so if you're not in crypto, highly recommend getting involved in the space. So with that being said, that will wrap it up for this edition of the Encrypted Capital Recap. If you guys like what you heard, please drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, join the Discord. It's totally free. And then don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. We'll catch you guys all in the next video.